Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the 16th lecture of refrigeration and air conditioning subject. Today, in this class, we will discuss about the topics related to heat, ventilation, air conditioning systems, and the problems and some of the classification along with the PV and TS charts. So, in the last class, we have discussed about the topics related to the actual vapor compression cycle problems. Today, in this class, we'll discuss about some of the theoretical concepts, right? And hope majority of the students have to attend the class. Attendance is compulsory, and the attendances will be posted to the department and also to the principal's chamber. So don't neglect the online classes. Okay, we'll start the class. The time. Yes. Introduction to the heat, ventilation, and air conditioning. So generally, you have heard the term HVAC, HVAC. If you don't heard, after completion of your BTech, if you open your employment newspapers somewhere in the other countries, Saudi, Gulf, Dubai, Kuwait, like this, so HVAC vacancy, HVAC is very challenging and also demanding uh, positions where you can see jobs in other countries. Apart from other countries, in India also you're having number of positions, and it is a highly demandable job. Those who learn HVAC separate diploma course after BTech graduation certificate course, definitely it will be very easy and fetching for you to get the job. Those who are interested in heat, ventilation, and refrigeration systems, air conditioning system. Right now, we'll see some of the theoretical topics related to those topics. So, heating, ventilating, and air conditioning. So, generally, if you see a vehicle, a car, bus, lorry, where you are having AC cars, AC buses, AC vans, etc. Generally, people will think of only AC, AC, AC. But at the same time, along with the air conditioning cooling effect, you are having heating also, heat conditioning, right? Cool air conditioning, hot air conditioning, where it is useful. So, generally, in the cold countries, how we are using air conditioning in the vehicles, in the same way, they will use hot air conditioning in the vehicles. But you majority of Indians in the hot places are using AC only, but you are having other option, that is heating also. You can you can heat the cars, buses, like that, with a ventilation system, right? So ventilation, heating, ventilating, and air conditioning involves what? Transfer of heat from one place to the other place. Hence, a good understanding of the fundamentals of the heat transfer and a must for a student of learning heat, ventilation, air conditioning. Right? This gives the heat transfer relevant of heating and ventilating and air conditioning. So the heat transfer అనేది takes place in three different modes, as you know in the heat transfer subject also, along with the RAC you are having heat transfer. There you can see some of the three topics, three modes what you have learned earlier, that is conduction, convection, and radiation. But majority of the heat transfer problems takes place more than that of the three things. That is, heat transfer problems are multi-mode type. So among these three things, we will discuss each one of them in detail in the next slides. So coming to the conduction of heat transfer, conduction heat transfer takes place whenever a temperature gradient exists in a stationary medium. So whenever the temperature gradient, whenever the temperature medium is going in a stationary concept of view, then the conduction point takes place. Conduction is one of the basic modes of heat transfer. On a microscopic level, conduction heat transfer is due to elastic impact of the molecules in the fluid lobular. Inside the fluid, you are having generally the molecules. So whenever these molecules have the elastic impact, then automatically the heat transfer, the conduction takes place. due to the molecular vibration and rotation about the lattice positions. Microscopical గా చెప్పుకుంటే, so due to the molecules impacting each other, elastically impacting each other, and having the lattice positions going up and down, rotation change due to the free electron migration in solids, what happens? The conduction process takes place. Then what about the convection? Right? What is the meaning of the convection? So in this convection process, it takes place between a surface and a moving fluid. So a surface, for example, take a container. In the container, you are having a liquid moving around. So whenever the liquid is touching the surface, whenever the liquid is touching the surface, then you are getting the convection, transfer of heat, right? Takes place between the surface and the moving fluid when they are at different temperatures. So the clause, what is the clause here? The temperature should be of different. Then only the heat transfer can be taking place from surface to the moving fluid. In a strict sense, convection is not a basic mode of heat transfer, as the heat transfer from the surface of the fluid consists of two mechanisms operating simultaneously. The first one is energy transfer due to the molecular motion, conduction. First one is the energy transferring due to the molecular motion. So fluids locally are having molecules kabatti. The first concept is energy transformation from a fluid motion is nothing but the conduction through a fluid through a through a fluid layer adjacent to the surface, which remains stationary with respect to the solid surface due to the no slip condition. Next, superimposed upon this conductive mode is energy transfer by the microscopic motion of the fluids by virtue of the external force. Thereby, what happens? The pump due to the forcing, the convection is generated by caused by the gradients. This is a convection transfer of the medium from surface to the liquid. Next one is radiation heat transfer. Radiation is another mode of heat transfer. Here, the conduction and convection radiation heat transfer does not require a medium. So conduction key you require a medium of changing of the lattice points, the molecular things. The convection also change of temperature from surface to the moving fluid. But in the radiation, you don't require such type of medium for transfer of energy. But it occurs due to the propagation of electromagnetic waves by the sprouting or propagation of electromagnetic waves. For example, a body due to its temperature emits electromagnetic radiation propagated with the speed of so and so in a vacuum. So in a vacuum, whenever you propagate a light speed electromagnetic radiation, the speed decreases in the medium, but it travels in a straight line in a homogeneous medium, right? In a homogeneous medium, that is nothing but a radiation. Next topic is latent heat. What is the meaning of latent heat? So the latent heat is energy released or absorbed that changes the state of body during the constant temperature process. So whenever the temperature is constant, then the heat energy is released or absorbed the changes of state of body. This process leaves the temperature unaffected. Then this is nothing but the latent heat or fusion and vaporization. Latent heat, right? Next one is fusion process. Next one is a fusion. Fusion means a passage of a body from solid state to liquid state. Fusion is a body. Fusion is a passage of a body from a solid state to the liquid state. Solid state నుంచి liquid state కి a passage of a body. During this process, during the changing phase, the temperature stays the same. E process low, the temperature remains same. Energy is supplied to the solid in order to melt it. energy is supplied to the solid in order to melt it and convert into the liquid form. Thereby the energy is released from liquid when it freezes. The best example is a ice cube melting at 32 degrees centigrade. Got it? That is nothing but a fusion. Next one is vaporization. What is the meaning of vaporization? It is a passage of a body from a liquid state to the vapor state. Vaporization ఎప్పుడు జరుగుతుంది ఎయిర్ కండిషనింగ్ లో as already discussed in the last few classes. So from the object, from the condenser where it is cooled and it is coming to the vaporizer, it is converting into vaporized form, means the liquid is converting into vapor form. At that point the vaporization అనేది start అవుతుంది. Vaporization is a passage where from a liquid state to the vapor state. If conditions allow, the formation of vapor bubbles also can be done within the liquid known as boiling. Heat must be supplied. Heat must be supplied to the liquid to affect the vaporization. So then generally heating and continuous, it should be passed on to the liquid, then only the conversion of vaporization takes place. If there is not enough, if there is no enough heat, it may again become from the system itself and reduction in the temperature, right? That is nothing but the vaporization. If you see a simple line diagram, water is an example because it can go through fusion and vaporization. Take a look at the diagram here. So water is the best example of this vaporization and fusion. So see here, here is the ice cube. Ice cube is converting, sublimation process, converting into water vapor. So what happens here? So directly what ice will not directly convert into water vapor, right? So the first ice is converted into water and water is converted into water vapor, right? So whenever the ice is converted into water, so you require fusion process. You require fusion process. So once the water, you got the shape of the water, it should be vaporized with some heat. Then the vaporization process takes place. Thereby the water is converted into water vapor. Again, this water vapor through condensation process, it is converted into water. Again, from the water through solidification process in a chillers unit, it is converted into ice process. This process is known as deposition process. So other process known as sublimation process. Got it? So this is a simple example of the definitions what we have learned till now, right? Next, you got the simple example of this fusion evaporation, right? Yes. How many students were present? Okay. Next, coming to the applications of the vapor compression refrigeration cycle. So in the early classes we have discussed about the standard or simple vapor compression refrigeration cycle and vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Only here is the transformation of phases in the PS chart and the TV chart. So where these type of vapor compression refrigerations are used, so these are used for domestic refrigerators where we are using now at our home. Next, domestic air conditioner where we are using in our bedrooms. Next, chiller for cold water around 5 degrees centigrade. So this is a ice manufacturing factory. Simply, we are calling them as a chillers, right? So the chiller for cold water around 5 degrees centigrade also we are using VCR refrigerator. Next, central air conditioning system for small applications. Cold storage to cool the vegetables and fruits. Here also we are using vapor compression refrigeration cycle, right? Next one is ice plant. So generally you can see ice plants at the any industrial areas or any outskirts of any town, village, etc. There also they are using vapor compression refrigeration cycle for manufacturing of the water, for conversion of water into ice. Ice. Right? Next, industry application like process industries. Process industries means, for example, take leather, or example take any stone. So starting from the raw material from to the final finished product is the processing industries. Next, and many applications where cooling is desired, refrigeration trucks and tailored cars. Tailored cars means refrigeration trucks and railroad cars. So large scale warehouses for chilled or frozen storage of foods. So large scale cold storages and for example in slaughterhouses where you can store non-veg, right? And also storage of food in a big cold storage industries, and oil refineries, petrochemical and chemical processing plants, and natural gas processing plants are among many of the types of industrial applications that are often uses large vapor compression refrigeration systems. So among this 10 or 11 things, so during the exam point of view, separately you can study it. But coming to the applications, it can be differ depends upon the application. Next, understood where you are using the VCR. Next, coming to the classification of air conditioning system. Classification of air conditioning system. So according to the some of the categories, it may be broadly classified. What is the first point? According to the purpose. What is the purpose? First one is comfort air conditioning and industrial air conditioning. So comfort air conditioning అన్నప్పుడు whatever the last slide, before slide, whatever they have talked, this all comes under which type, and this is our right. So comfort air conditioning system and industrial air conditioning system. Next, according to the season of the year, what type of season you are using, summer, winter, spring, fall, etc. Here we are using generally water air conditioning system, summer air conditioning system, year round air conditioning system. So so we are using the year round air conditioning system. The winter air conditioning they are using in hot climates, and summer air conditioning they are using in very cold climates. Next, third category, according to the arrangement of equipment ని ఎలా arrange చేయాలి, horizontally, vertically, centrally, whatever it is. First one is single air conditioning system, unitary, and central air conditioning system. Next one is central air conditioning system. So we will see each one of them in detail. So if you see the main classification of this air conditioning systems, main classification. So the air conditioning systems are two types. One is a duct unna systems, other one is non-ducted products. First one is ducted type, other one is a non-ducted types. Coming to the non-ducted types, split air conditioning, window air conditioning. So generally in our domestic purposes, we can see before the introduction, before the existing of split air conditioners, we are having box conditions, that is window AC means ఒక ఏసీ బాక్స్ డైరెక్ట్లీ విండోకి అటాచ్ చేసి లోపలికి బయటికి, సో లోపలికి వచ్చేసి ఒక 10%, రిమైనింగ్ 90% will be outside the building only. Then that is nothing but window type of air conditioning system. Next, coming to the WT. Next, coming to the duct type, you are having packaged air conditioning and central plant. So in the split air conditioning machine, again you are having two types: floor mounted and wall mounted. Floor కి mount చేసి ఉండాలా, higher above our head wall mounted. Next, and the split AC third one is ceiling mounted. So some ACs are arranged in the POP ceiling. That is, you can see in the hotels, restaurants, hospitals, like that. So in the ceiling mounted, again you are having exposure type, hideaway type, and cassette type. So here also you're having three types of systems, where first one is a exposure type, second one is a head away type, third one is a cassette type. So in the ceiling mounted, where you can see in the hospitals, restaurants, hotels, like that, there it can be designed, the design can be changed, it depends upon the way place you are keeping and also the application. Next, coming to the ductable systems, you are having two types, that is central plant unit and packaged air conditioning system. So in the packaged air conditioning, again it is divided into two types. One is air cooled ductable splits and floor stand-up packaged air conditioning. Got it? So in the floor standard systems, again it is two medium. One is air cooled, other one is a water cooled. So in the central plant, totally centrally plant, the AC systems are set up. There you are having dry systems and chilled systems, dry systems and chilled systems. So in this dry systems, what we are discussing in the unit 2, that is vapor compression refrigeration system. Whenever we are using chilled water, we are using vapor absorption system. Vapor absorption system. So in the vapor compression system, again you are having the mechanical mechanism, reciprocating type, air and water cooled, centrifugal type, water cooled, screw type, air water cooled. So in the logo again you are having a types in the types. So the first type is reciprocating air and water cooled. Reciprocating, here inside the compressor, the compressor is working based upon the reciprocating action, based upon the reciprocating action of a ram moving to and fro. Coming to the centrifugal type of system, where you are having centrifugal force flushing outside, where there you are using water instead of air. Next, third one is screw type units air cooled. So screw type means units means just like our the machinery thing, it will come on automatically, and you are having a there you are using screw type where the water will be. Got it? Coming to the vapor absorption system, you are using hot water fired, direct fired, and steam fricked and stitch. So like this, you are having the classifications of AC components. Got it? So these are the full length classification details of air conditioning system, having ducted type of systems and non-ducted type of systems. Got it? So how many students are present right now? Only two students. Good. Yes, if you see these figures, the figure gives information about an AC. This is a what type of AC? So the figure gives the information about the air conditioning system. So this air conditioning system comes under falls under which category? Ductable type or non-ductable type? So why? Because if you are having only the window setting unit or already existed window setting unit, so you are having only chance of designing about non-challenging. So what is the type of AC system you are having here? So the figure shows it is a window AC system. So window ki amarche AC system. So in this window type, you can see the top view and a side view. The top view means you are seeing from this type, and the side view means you can see from left side view or from the right side view, right? So here you are having a drain out, you are having a compressor, right? So this is a compressor. So this is a compressor, right? So here you are having a case which is highly insulated, which is highly insulated. Now see the top view of this window type of AC. Compressor మనకి ఇక్కడ ఉంది. So the warm room air, cool room air. Got it? So the condensed discharged air. Outside air దీనిలోకి వెళ్తుంది. Outside air దీనిలోకి వెళ్తుంది. Right? Cool room air. So మనకు టాప్ వ్యూ లో చూసినప్పుడు, so this is warm room air. This is condensed discharged air. So here from here the cooling is coming, right? ఇక్కడ మనకి blower అనేది it will be rotating here. Blower back side you are having a motor. For a motor you are having a fan where it is pumped out. So something is going to this place where you are getting cool and the condensed air get discharged. Uh, got it? So here you are having a warm room air in the inside the room జనరల్గా వామ్ ఎయిర్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి దిస్ వామ్ ఎయిర్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ సైడ్ త్రూ దిస్ లోబ్స్, రైట్? హియర్ ద ఎవాపరేటర్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? హియర్ యు ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎ స్ట్రైనర్ ఆర్ ఫిల్టర్ అండ్ ద ఎవాపరేటర్ టేక్స్ ద ఎయిర్ and touches the blower. The blower, because of this compressor, outside air is going in through this lobe. Because of this condenser, it is getting cooled. It is getting cooled. The compressor and condenser is getting cooled. So therefore, right? So the compressor, this is a compressor mode, this is a condensate charge mode. So there's a fan bottom and outside here. So if you see the side view, మనకి కోల్డ్ ఎయిర్ ఈ ఛాంబర్ లోంచి బయటకు వెళ్తుంది. ఎయిర్ ఫిల్టర్ లో నుంచి ఎయిర్ రూమ్ ఎయిర్ దీనిలోకి వెళ్ళి ఎవాపరేటర్లోకి వెళ్ళి అక్కడి నుంచి మనకి బ్లోయర్ వీల్ లోంచి వెళ్ళి అక్కడి నుంచి మనకి కోల్డ్ ఎయిర్ బయటకు వస్తుంది, రైట్? సో ద బ్యాక్ సైడ్ అవుట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఈ హాఫ్ లో ఈ హాఫ్, so this is a partition where it is placed outside. So this one is the inside, this one is the outside. See, this figure is very very important. So ఇంతవరకు ఇన్సైడ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇంతవరకు అవుట్ సైడ్ ఉంటుంది. The cabinet, the damper unit, the condenser unit, the fan motor, the drain pipe, propeller fan, compressor and the base plane. The blower wheel here, the drain pipe is at the bottom, the evaporator and the air filter. So this is a side view of a single window type of AC system. Correct? Next. So if you see the working of So if you see the working of this window AC, see the working of this window AC. So here you are having two cycles of air. The working of window air conditioning, the working of window air conditioner system can be explained by taking two cycles of air. First one is room cycle. First one is a room air cycle. First one is room air. First one is a room air cycle and second one is a hot air cycle where it is present outside the box. The compartments of the room and the hot air are separated by an insulated portion inside the body of the air conditioner. So ఇందాక మీకు ఫిగర్స్ చూపించినట్టు the hot air is going inside the AC and placing at one chamber and the room air cycle is going at one place and halting there. But these two are separated with the isolated insulated portion. The setting of thermostat and is working also explain the discussions below. Right. So what it is saying, the setting of the thermostat and its working has also explained in the discussions below. Then coming to the working of this cycle, the room air cycle will take two types. First one is a room air cycle, other one is a hot air cycle. Other one is a hot air cycle. So coming to the room air cycle, the air the air which is moving inside the room in front of the part of the air conditioner where the cooling coil is located is considered to be the room air. When the window AC is started at the blower, when the window AC is started at the blower starts immediately and after a few seconds the compressor also starts. This evaporator coil gets cooled as the compressor is started. So that's why if you switch on the AC, you should, just like fan, it will not rotate, or just like thing, it should not be very fast. Once you switch on the AC, the current supply is passing to the MCB box. From there it is passing to the actual air conditioner. There, before starting of the compressor, the blower will get start. Right, before starting of the compressor, the blower will get start, and later for a few seconds the compressor also gets start. Thereby you will getting a sound. Thereby, the cooling gets changed as soon as possible. The compressor is started. The blower behind the cooling coil sucking the room air at high pressure and carries the waste particles. On this path towards the blower, the room air first passes through the filter where the dust and particles are removed. Got it? Then the room air first passes through the filter where the dust particles are get removed. Then the air then passes over the cooling coil where it occurs process first. So due to this temperature of the room air becomes very low, then the air becomes chilled. So like this, the hot air room system will get done. So with this, we'll stop here. I have will start the class. So what is attendance? Today's attendance, you are having only 3 students in the class. So hope 3:50 the class is started. The time is already completed. um yes. Yes, it's all about HVAC and some of the basic points which will touch in heat transfer as well as R and AC also. So in the heat transfer, you are learning the basic topics of convection, and radiation. But here, this will not be seen physically or directly, but you can feel it whenever you are learning the topics of refrigeration and air conditioning. I think the Sheikh, you are the first person to get into the class, first class to my subject. So get aware, already classes has been started, more than 10 to 15 classes. More than 15 classes completed. There you can see the introduction of the R and AC subject.